Hello, honorable members of the clan. So let's go to the Gauteng High Court in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, guys. So, as expected, the matter has been stood down until Monday because Advocate Baloy asked the court for a postponement due to the fact that they are busy collecting the orders that Judge Rata made last Friday. If you remember, last Friday, suddenly Judge Rata became something else that we've never seen before, starting asking and demanding for AVL records and everything that the defense wants. He wanted the state to provide them so that this case can progress. And he ordered that this information must be submitted yesterday, which was a Monday. And then in my head, I'm like, no, what? The time frame is just not going to allow that. And of course, we went through a slew of speculation that these things are already prepared. This is just plan B, C, D, or whatever the case might be, because there's no way that you will order something like that on Friday and then Monday you come and you just submit it like that. It just did not make sense at all because of processes, and you still have to subpoena and then consult and then all of these things, and then you get your response whether this thing is still there or not due to time frame, as you always know that there will always be a convenient excuse as to why this no longer exists or why this vehicle now it was a personal vehicle. The first time we are hearing this information that on the 20th, it was the 22nd, when he went to Fosloras to see Muzi Sibiya, he was driving his personal car. But Muzi Sibiya is like, nah, that was a white BMW. Because that was a very smart move by Muzi Sibiya that, okay, fine then. Since you say it was not the BMW that you came with and you sat on its boot when you watched your people do the stuff they did to me, then can you give us the AVL of the vehicle you came with on that day? Because clearly you remember. And then it's like, oh, that was my personal car. You are a whole police officer who just gotten himself a big promotion by being given a unit. And you're telling me the money that you were earning was not enough for you to get an AVL put in your car? Or maybe that is out of the court business? Because if it's none of the court's business what you do with your personal car, that's convenient to me to say to the court that you were driving your personal car. So now if let's say the argument is the court has no business with my personal property, then why are you using it in an official duty matter? Because what if something like this comes up and where we are now requesting for the AVL of your personal car, if you're going to use it and say, no, this is none of your business? I didn't understand that, and I think that still needs to be requested. Okay, fine, your personal car, give us your AVL. Give us the AVL of that day you met Muzi Sibiya or Ndanzi, whichever way, or whoever you met on that particular day, all days subsequent to that. We want those AVLs. And I've also found it quite interesting that Lisa Ring, or whatever his name is, was in court. I don't have an issue, but my question was, okay, why are you there for? Okay, I guess it was useful because Judge Rata was able to pose some questions to him about who drove those vehicles, where those vehicles are, the people still alive, which I found to be a very interesting question. And I noted how quick Mr. Baloy jumped and said, yeah, they testified. He's like, I know they testified, but are they still alive? Hey, South Africa, you have to ask those questions now. Honestly speaking, that is just so, it's an indictment on South Africa becoming a mafia state. Because what we are witnessing here, it is something like that, a mafia state, unfortunately. And where now a judge has to ask if the people are still alive, not because they could have been injured on duty or because of this matter. Because of this matter, we all always have to ask these questions. Because now my biggest concern is Zungu. That's my biggest concern right now, is Zungu. And Yeah, I'm concerned about him. But anyways, guys, there were excuse me, there were back and forth about the admin of everything regarding the AVLs and the information that needs to be collected. It was quite interesting as well to hear Gininda still on a trip. This guy thinks that they're not caught with this cookerization. He's so confident that yeah, we got this, we got this. I don't know, guys. Honestly speaking, it's something else. It's something else. But there's not much to say in this video regarding what happened in court, except that it's postponed, and I suspected that it was going to be postponed, but it's postponed until next week, Monday, which is going to be what, the 2nd of June? Would it be the second, the third? I can't be. I don't know. One of those days. So in case you're wondering what are we going to be doing until then, I'm going to continue with my in-between content that I usually do when the court is adjourned. I've seen some of y'all ask, "Where have you been? Where have you been?" I'm like, I've been posting. You haven't even seen my what do you call this? My posts, or maybe it's stuff that you're not interested in. I understand because many of y'all are just interested in the Senzo Meyiwa trial, nothing else. Well, I do have other interests, by the way, and I do post those interests of mine here on the channel. Most of the case is current affairs, politics, and something else that may have crossed my mind or I have witnessed, and I come here and I talk about it. So yeah, please support those videos as well. I beg. Anyways, guys, I think that is about that. Other than that, let's see what happens. Let's see how it all goes with everything that has been collected. And do you believe that they'll be authentic? I don't think so. At this point, I don't think so that any of those AVLs will be originals. But yeah, we'll hear on Monday how it all went. And I would really love to hear, guys. I don't know if you are with me with this one. Mrs. Scholts or Miss Scholts, the lawyer whose FFC number was used for a number of years. And I was thinking about it as well, like this man called Mjiako used to work for the SAPS, right? The intelligence side of SAPS. And he was accused of truck hijacking, allegedly. And then he was going through a disciplinary commission when he resigned. And then, from what I understand, to be a lawyer in this country, you need to be fit and proper. So now, with that principle in place, and you are accused of a crime like that one, how then do you continue practicing as a lawyer? Doesn't it make sense that maybe his credibility was questionable, or, sorry, we cannot register you as a lawyer with that baggage? And so the only way you can do so is bribe somebody at the LPC and FFC to get a number. And then probably you were told, we sorry, we can't generate you a number because if there would be auditing, then your name is gonna pop. And when your name pops, then we're gonna be questioned, how did we register you with that baggage on you of what happened in the SAPS? So somebody came up with an idea like, let's climb on the back of an existing in good standing lawyer. And then that's how now we have duplicacies of FFC numbers. Because how do you do things with that? Because I'm assuming if you are going to open a bank account, your profession, you fill it in. You're not going to say unemployed. You're going to say a lawyer, and then you put your law credentials, taxes, credentials, whatever that you do as a profession, and you call yourself a lawyer, credentials. All those papers that you've been filling all these years. And on top of that, from what I understand, an FF Plus number, it is renewable annually. There's a fee that you pay. Where are his payments? He shows the receipts when he is renewing his FFC. And then let's also say Mrs. Scholts or Scholts. It just doesn't make sense, guys. This doesn't make sense at all. But I would like for her to be called on the stand, just to hear if she was aware of this. Why didn't she do anything about it? When did she find out about it? And what steps did she take to get her FFC number back? Did she request for a new one, or she was okay with the old one that was already compromised? Guys, there's so many questions in my mind. And I would love to see her understand, to talk about this, so that it further exposes LPC. So that LPC can begin to clean its act. So, I don't know. This has been bothering me a lot. Like, I ain't getting about it. We going around thinking we are being represented by professionals, and it's people with questionable characters. I ain't gagging. No. Guys, I don't want take too long. I'm not feeling well today for some reason. I feel very, very, very sluggish. And let me go take care of myself and work. And I'll see you maybe sometime during the week, because I got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about things that are happening in South Africa. We need to talk about it. I still haven't talked about or given my thoughts about what happened in the White House last Wednesday. But you want to hear my thoughts on that one? Trust me. And that, guys, please don't leave the video without liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.